Hey. Hey you guys, welcome back to our Tuesday story time with me, Haley. So I work for the Catawba Riverkeeper, and what we like to do is we want to make sure that there is clean, plentiful water for everybody in the Catawba River Basin. And so the organization that I work for, we do this in three ways. We try and make sure that the water in the Catawba River is swimmable, drinkable, and fishable. And so our story time today, we're going to learn about something that probably lives around most everyone's house or your school or a playground. So we are going to meet a guy named Scaredy today, and he is a squirrel. And so this particular squirrel is very, very funny. He doesn't really like nature, which I think is hilarious because he is a squirrel who lives outside inside of a tree. So, our story today is called Scaredy Squirrel at Night. It is by Melanie Watts. And so this is a wonderful, wonderful book. I wish I could show you, but I can't right now. But the title actually glows in the dark. So if you go and pick up this book, you can also rent it from the library once all of our libraries are open. But it actually glows in the dark, so it's super cool and super fun. So Scaredy Squirrel at Night. So like I said, his name is Scaredy. That's his name. And he is a squirrel. And so we are going to see what Scaredy Squirrel does at night, during the night. So before we get started and do our picture walk and then read our story, I would like everybody to introduce themselves to me because I've introduced myself and now we've introduced our book. So when I count to 3, I would like everybody watching, if you're watching with your little ones, on the count of 3, I would like you to tell me your name. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Great. I'm so glad that you all are here. It's very, very wonderful to have you today to read our story this week. We do this every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. So happy to have you guys. All right. So back to our book, Scaredy Squirrel at Night. So his name is Scaredy. He is a squirrel. And we're going to look at his life at night. All right. So there's a bunch of beds there. Scaredy Squirrel at night. Ooh, and there's a bat. We all like to know that bats live at night. Bats are active at night. All right, so there's Scaredy on a tree. All right. Oop, okay. Some interesting pictures of some crazy things. Monsters, ghosts. Oh, he is writing something. He writes a to-do list of things to do at night. Okay, cool. Ooh, what is he feeling? Lots of crazy things. Oh my gosh. Not a minute to lose. All right, 11:43. That's very late at night. All right. He's figuring out what to do. Oh, it is dark at nighttime, right? All right. What is he going to do? We don't know. But it looks like he's probably going to fall asleep and then maybe meet some new friends. Okay. So that was our picture walk through our book. And so we are going to ask ourselves, so who is Scaredy Squirrel and what does he do? What is he going to do during this book and why do we care? All right, we're going to continue to read. We're going to start it now. So, warning. Scaredy Squirrel insists that everyone check under their bed before reading this book. Okay. Scaredy Squirrel at night. All right. This is kind of silly, isn't it? Yes, it is. Very, very silly. All right. Scaredy Squirrel never sleeps. He'd rather stay awake and risk having a bad dream in the middle of the night. Okay, so Scaredy Squirrel doesn't sleep. Interesting. very interesting. Looks like he is on top of a tree in the middle of the night, it looks like. A few creatures Scaredy Squirrel is afraid could appear in a bad dream, okay? A dragon, interesting. Fairies, he's scared of fairies, that's kind of crazy. Ghosts, unicorns, vampire bats, and polka dot monsters. Scaredy Squirrel. He's a scared little guy, isn't he? All right. So very determined to stay awake by keeping busy all through the night. All right, so he's writing things to keep him awake, it looks like. I would not want to do that. I like sleeping. Scaredy's nighttime to-do list. 1, count the stars. Should keep you occupied for a while because there are a lot of stars in the sky, as we know. 2, play cymbals. Loud, annoying noise is sure to keep you wide awake. Probably so. Take up scrapbooking. Keep you well organized and productive. Okay. So, night after night, after night, after night, Scaredy avoids sleep. So he's doing lots of fun things in his tree. He lives outside in a tree. But he's a little scaredy squirrel. And it says, side effects of sleepless nights may include, energy loss, forgetfulness, drowsiness, moodiness, poor reflexes, hallucinations, and confusion. Wow, that's a lot of side effects of not getting enough sleep. And exhaustion. That's when Scaredy Squirrel came face to face with something very alarming. Horoscopes. Find out what the stars predict for you. So there's all these crazy predictions about what could happen. And the one that it circled, it says, Libra. His birthday is from September 23rd to October 22nd. Get ready. At midnight, all your dreams will come true. Oh no, poor Scaredy. And this one says, you can climb mountains. The next one says, take the bull by the horns. This one says, 2 heads are always better than 1. The next one, claw your way to success. Now that's funny because it's a crab. The Leo, which is a lion, said, you're the king of the jungle. And then the next one is spread your wings and fly. Look out or you'll be stung. That's not good. Aim for your goals. You're halfway there. Go with the flow. There are plenty of fish in the sea. So his was get ready. All your dreams will come true at midnight. His horoscope said that. We don't know what a horoscope is, but that's okay. Maybe it's a wish, a prediction. There's not a moment to lose. It's 11:43 at night. It's time to prepare for the worst. Poor Scaredy. All right. It says, a few things Scaredy Squirrel needs to face in his dreams. All right. These are the tools that he needs in order to face his dreams. It looks like spotlights, cupcakes, a banana peel, fire extinguisher, safety cones, a fan, a teddy bear. Okay, interesting. Do not disturb sign, a pillow and blankets, and some molasses. That is a very crazy, wacky list of things. Why would you need all of those things? I have no idea. I'm about to find out, though. Bad dream action plan. So this is what Scaredy Squirrel has been dreaming up while he's not been sleeping. He's been making a list and getting all of his materials together and apparently making an action plan for a bad dream action plan. Dragons are huge and a fire hazard, so this is why you need to keep the fire extinguisher in a tree. Okay, interesting. Molasses will slow down unicorns in a sticky situation. Not a fan of ghosts. Start a breeze and they'll be blown away. Oh, goodness. Place upside down so the bat can read it. Okay, you put the do not disturb sign upside down so the bat can read it upside down. I've never met a bat that can read. Oh, Scaredy. Oh, man. He's in trouble. Fairies have a sweet tooth. Distract him with the cupcakes. Oh, Lord. Creatures think that I'm sleeping here. So there's a teddy bear underneath a pillow and a blanket. So he's trying to attract all of these crazy bad dream creatures to the pretend Scaredy, which is sleeping pretend on the floor underneath his tree. There's lots of safety cones all around. And then the polka dot monster can't stop banana peels. Watch him slip and slide. Oh man. And he said he's really going to be standing where the X is. So he's going to watch all of this happen when all the dragons and the ghosts and the polka dot monsters and unicorns come. Important. These creatures avoid light. Hide behind the spotlight and switch it on at midnight and the creatures will disappear. Remember, if all else fails, play dead until sunrise. Oh, wow. All right, so here's Scaredy. It's crazy, 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 crazy poor little squirrel. It says, so Scaredy Squirrel gets into position. As he counts down to midnight, his bad dreams seem to come true, one by one. But when he turns on the spotlight, all right, so let's take a closer look. So that looks like a bat. Oh, man. And bats live at night. This looks like a unicorn. I don't know. Maybe a ghost. Maybe a dragon. There's some crazy things out here, you guys. Maybe a purple monster, polka dot monster. I don't know. So there are lots of crazy things that looks like lurking in the shadows. And so we're going to find out what actually did Scaredy Squirrel attract with his molasses and his cupcakes and his do not disturb signs, which animals can't read. It says, hungry intruders appear. This was not part of the plan. Okay, so it looks like a raccoon covered in a blanket, so that's not a ghost. That is a raccoon trying to steal one of the cones, also not a ghost, or a unicorn. This little guy, this raccoon is eating the molasses, so is this frog. This raccoon's just scared. This raccoon is trying to steal his pillow because he probably wants a safe place to lay down. I don't know what this kind of creature is. Maybe a porcupine or a hedgehog? He is eating the cupcake because that makes sense. I want the cupcake too. There's an owl who is landed on the do not disturb sign because owls fly too, and so do bats. And then this is not a dragon. It looks like a moose. Oh, wow. This is crazy. All right, so all of these animals, what do they have in common? Every single one of these animals are nocturnal, which means that they are active at night. So while we are sleeping in our beds, there are animals that don't come out when the sunshine is up. They only come out at night. So Scaredy Squirrel has turned on his spotlight and he has just found all of these animals that are only active at night. Raccoons, owls, apparently a moose. I think I've seen moose in the daytime, but they're attracted to things like this. Frogs. Frogs are also an animal that likes to come out at night. Looks like there's some moths too. If you've ever looked at the light at nighttime on your porch, there's moths that are all around it at night. Okay, so Scaredy Squirrel panics. Oh no, Scaredy. Poor buddy. He says, he steps in the molasses. Oh man, there he is, slipping in the molasses. He stumbles over the safety cones. Okay, there's him tripping over the safety cones. He's not being very safe, is he? He slips and slides on the banana peel. Okay, so that's not Scaredy. That's the teddy bear that was pretending to be him. But there's him really slipping on the banana peel. And then he lands on the pillow, which is there. So at least he lands in a soft place. And, oh, he scared the frog. Look, all these bugs coming to eat this. There's a lot going on. A lot of animals are getting fed tonight. Oh my gosh, the owl is stealing the cupcake. All right, this sign says, please clean up. Yeah, he made a big mess. All right, and he says, he plays dead. And he falls asleep 1 hour later, 2 hours later, 8 hours later, Scaredy Squirrel finally wakes up. So if you've never heard, 8 hours is a great night's sleep. 8 or 9 hours. Means you got a really good night's sleep. Sleeping that long. Oh, benefits of a good night's sleep may include energy gain, sleep, sharper memory, good health, happiness, better reflexes, peacefulness, and cleverness. Ooh, okay. I like sleeping. Oh, and clear thinking. Oh my gosh, Scaredy, this poor squirrel is crazy. Scaredy Squirrel forgets all about his bad dreams, and he realizes that they were just in his imagination, and nothing horrible actually happened that night. So a good night's sleep has inspired him to get rid of a few things and replace his horoscope with something much more trustworthy. So all of his supplies that he had been collecting, his action plan, his horoscope, his sign, his molasses, are all in the recycling bin. He recycled them all. And this, so something a lot more useful, which is a fortune cookie, and it says sweet dreams. His fortune says sweet dreams. P.S. As for the fire extinguisher, well, a squirrel can never be too careful because there are fireflies. That's what that little arrow says, fireflies. Oh my gosh, there's Scaredy asleep in his bed, in his tree, with his teddy bear. Oh wow, the end. So that was Scaredy Squirrel at Night. Thank you guys so much for coming out to watch this Tuesday live story time. Meet us back here, same time, same place next week. But before we leave, I want you guys to go back if you read this story today. And I want you to, there are lots more Scaredy Squirrel books also, just to keep in mind. But I want you to think of a time that you got a really good night's sleep. Maybe it was before you went on a trip, or after you went on a trip, or maybe you went to Carowinds for the day and you were just so tuckered out at the end, you were so tired you fell asleep in the car. So I want you to tell somebody today about a time that you had a really good night's sleep. All right, thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you next week.